fans, welcome to Tampa, Florida, the beautiful a la carte pavilion. Tonight it's RFC 31 New Breed. We're here to guarantee you an exciting championship fight night from the longest running pro MMA event in the entire Southeast. We're going to have the 69 Slam girls from Australia. Prince Fielder from Major League Baseball. The legend himself, Shaquille O'Neal, will be in the house. We have fans coming from everywhere to watch this event tonight. And Nick, it's just because they keep setting the standard higher and higher. You do not want to miss this great event. Come see our celebrity friends and come see some knockouts and submissions from the very best. It's Professional Fight Night. RFC 31 New Breed starts now. Hey, fight fans, here we go. It's RFC 31. It's the big boys, both dangerous guys. It's Sean Hollis versus Joe Johnson. I can't wait for this fight. They have a history. They fought the same guys, but now they're coming after each other.
Yeah, you know, Sean Hollis actually called out Joe Johnson after his last victory against a very game Ronnie Phillips, who he was going through the division, tearing everybody up. Joe Johnson north of 40, Sean Hollis north of 30, both amazing athletes, however.
Yeah, they're going to represent some incredible athleticism, but they're also going to represent true mixed martial arts warrior spirit. And that fight's about to happen right now.
Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Bout of the evening is brought to you by Real Fighting Championships. This is your co-main event of the evening, scheduled for 3 5-minute rounds of professional MMA in the light heavyweight division. Your judges scoring at cage side, Barry Luxembourg, Daniel Torres, and Rick Bays. Your referee in charge of the action, Andy Glenn. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, wearing black trunks with white trim. He weighed in at 203 pounds. A veteran of 9 professional bouts. His fighting style is stand-up, representing Black House MMA from Miami Beach, Florida. Here is Joe, the Puncher Johnson.
All right, XPTV Sports fans, I'm Nick Alexander. I'm here with Joe, the Puncher Johnson. Joe, you put on an amazing performance in the last fight. You're known as the Puncher. You got to finish via the ground submission. Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, I've been working real hard on the ground. You know, me and my team. You know, we really been pushing the ground. You know, and I know, like I said before, everybody's looking for me to punch. So you know, it came at the right time. You know, it came at the right time. It really did.
Yeah, you know, you did really good on the ground. You were striking beautifully, but I would have to say the wrestling was what I noticed most. You really controlled a lot of that action against a very big, very strong young man. You know, he was on a tear in the RFC, and you brought it to him, you out-wrestled him, and put him on his back and dominated the performance. Tell us a little bit about the wrestling.
Yeah, he was a pretty tough guy. He was, you know, he came to fight and everything, but you know, you got to remember, I was a wrestler coming up from a kid. You know, I wrestled in middle school up to high school. I was the only 9th grader that went to the state finals. So I mean, I can't wrestle.
Well, you proved it in that last fight. You proved you can grapple. We know you can strike. How do you see this next fight going for you?
We have to wait and see what happens. You know, whatever I see, whatever he gives me, I take it.
Well, you're fighting another big, strong, huge guy, Sean Hollis, very tough individual. I actually have had a pleasure of training with him a little bit. He is a very strong, tough guy. We know you're going to put on a great show no matter what. Tell us a little bit about what you have future plans, because we know that fighting can be rough on you, and we've said it before. You're not the youngest man in the sport. Right. Tell us a little bit about future plans.
Well, you know, I take it one fight at a time, and you know, I really enjoy what I'm doing. So saying that, I guess I just like I said, take it one fight at a time, and enjoy the win, and move on to the next fight. And I think I'd leave it at that.
All you XPTV sports fans out there, keep your eye on Joe the Puncher Johnson. This guy's an inspiration for all of us, and we look forward to seeing him in the cage next.
His opponent fighting out of the red corner, wearing black trunks with red and white trim. He weighed in at 205 pounds. His professional record, 1 win, 1 loss. His fighting styles are MMA and Jiu-Jitsu, representing Team Darkside from Tampa, Florida. Here is Sean, the Nightmare Hollis.
Big boy here at RFC 31 New Breed. I'm standing with the Nightmare himself, Sean Hollis. He's fighting Joe Johnson tomorrow night at RFC 31. Sean, you called out Joe after that big win that he had against Ronnie Phillips. What were you thinking then, bro?
I mean, in Florida right now, it's not that many light heavyweights that want to fight each other. I've been missing a couple of fights because the guy's not showing up. He's a veteran, a savvy vet that that he's been looking for me to fight me for the longest. So I saw something that I like. I think it'd be a great matchup between us two. And I said, hey, Joe signed, I'll sign the contract. If he wants to sign, I'll fight. So, I'm looking for a good fight, man. He's a savvy vet, like I said, and that's what I want.
Yeah, I agree, Sean. I think it's going to be a great fight. I actually think it's a great matchup, too. Even though that he's coming off a win, you're coming off a loss with Ronnie Phillips, still amazing matchup. I look to see some big hands being thrown tomorrow night. Sean Hollis, RFC 31. We'll see you guys out there.
Stay tuned. We'll be right back. You're watching XPTV Sports.
All right, fight fans, this fight is electric. There's a lot of trash talking, bad mouthing, fighter versus fighter on the fight forums. Nick, I can't wait to see this because these guys want to do damage to each other.
Oh, you're absolutely right. Now, you're talking an intense, at the weigh-in, a very intense stare down. These two brought some energy that you can just feel coming off of them. They don't like each other. They both said they're going to knock each other out. That's just the way it's going to be. And I think we're looking at fight of the night right here, Benny.
Man, Sean Hollis and Joe Johnson, two monsters of men. One's a little older, one's a little younger. Both have impressive victories on their belt. These guys have a lot of bad blood, though. Tell us why.
Well, I think it came when Sean Hollis, after Joe Johnson's last fight, he defeated Ronnie Phillips, a very up-and-coming, promising fighter who had defeated Sean Hollis prior to that. He came and called out Joe Johnson immediately after that fight and said, "I want you." And Joe Johnson said, "Bring it."
Yeah, Hollis wants to have this fight to prove that he can beat the guy that beat him. And then next on the list is getting the rematch with Ronnie Phillips. But it's one fight at a time, and Hollis has been beaten. He has tasted that level of disappointment. So has Joe Johnson. They both have tasted victory. So this bad blood between these two guys is not just about the win and tasting that victory. This is about bragging rights because both of these guys really want to beat the other one down.
Absolutely, and we're getting a good shot at some two monstrous human beings right here. You got Sean Hollis in the red gloves and Joe Johnson in the blue gloves, just so you can keep it straight at home, folks. And got a nice little feeling out process. I almost expected it to be more intense right out of the gate, but professionals as they are, they're going to not just go in there freewheeling. They're going to try and find the right opening.
So what you're saying is I can't bet you $20 the guy in black shorts and blue gloves is going to win?
You could, but there's the red tape. That's the important part.
I'm leaving that out, buddy. I want $20. Hey, I tell you what I really like about Joe Johnson is that, age is not a factor. His ability to fight is without question. Same thing with Sean Hollis. He's given a lot of respect to Joe Johnson. This isn't one of those deals where he's like, I'm younger and you're washed up, I'll easily beat you. These guys are so against each other, verbally, mentally, and physically, that's a sign of respect in a lot of ways.
Oh, absolutely. They never showed disrespect to one another. It's one of those rare times in a fight. When two fighters come together, you can just feel the anticipation and the energy build off that.
Both of them have great ability to grapple well, too. I mean, they're not slouches on the ground. They both train in grappling. We've seen them both with submission victories in their past. But I tell you what I love about these guys, that no matter how good of a fighter is, it doesn't mean that they have knockout power. They can cut you up, they can do damage, they can pick you apart and just destroy you. Not everybody has knockout power. Both of these fighters have one-punch knockout capabilities. That's what I love about this fight. I want to see if that's what happens here. If one of them is really, truly just going to try to outpunch the other one.
Well, I think it's the power that is keeping them so honest with each other. So, you know, trying to find that right opening. If there wasn't power, then you wade in, you do your thing. But because they both have knockout abilities, and you can see Joe Johnson has a very long reach right there. He just landed a nice shot, but he just went in for a clinch there. Sean Hollis just backed him up with a nice uppercut.
Don't you think that in this manly mindset, these two guys going at each other, submitting the other one would be a great victory, but knocking the other one out, that's the machismo. That's the superiority. I just knocked you out. I think that's what they're going for. We're not seeing any advancements towards takedowns. We're not seeing any advancements towards clinching. These guys want the KO. They want that dominant victory over their opponent.
Absolutely. I don't think we're going to see much ground game here. We're going to probably either go the distance or see that knockout. However, you know, Sean Hollis is so impressive right here. He's really, really waiting. In that Ronnie Phillips fight, I think he rushed it and he learned a lot. So, you know, him being patient is probably the key to victory for him.
Well, that's what I was going to say. These guys are, as you said, they're showing each other a lot of respect, and they're still kind of feeling each other out. Those long, hard jabs, there's a lot of footwork and movement, but I have a feeling that once one of these fighters decides to let go, whichever fighter it's going to be the end of the fight, or it's going to be the turning point of the fight. And I mean, you could say that about any fight, Nick, but I'm honest when I say when one of these two decides to unleash, we're going to see something special happen.
Oh, you're absolutely right. You know, once it goes, it's going to go full bore, and the crowd's going to be entertained. And that was a nice jab. One of the most underutilized weapons in MMA is that jab. We're coming down to a minute left in this fight, in this round, rather, Benny. And so far, no clear victor as to who's going to win this round. Somebody might want to step up here and try and take this round, at least put it in the bank in case it does go to the decision. And we're getting a little bit of a clinch here. Sean Hollis put Joe Johnson on his back, and hammer fist, that's it. That's it, Benny. What an impressive knockout victory for Sean Hollis.
Matt Serra would be proud. One of his favorite sayings is, don't forget your foot stomps and your hammer fists. And that was an incredible display of hammer fists. Nick, walk us through the replay.
Well, we're still getting that feeling out process. At some point, they're going to hit a clinch here, and Sean Hollis is going to put Joe Johnson on his back. And when that happens, the fists come down in heavy fashion, and it's going to finish the fight. Joe Johnson goes for a jab there. Looks like he kind of ducks under for a clinch. Sean Hollis is with the clinch, no problem. He tries to go for a front headlock. Joe Johnson kind of stumbles back and goes right to his butt, and that's it. Sean Hollis starts bringing the pain from up above, and that is a lot of pain, Benny.
Yeah, it sure is. I think that Joe Johnson was starting to get a little bit frustrated because even with the punches, he was just bobbing up and down. He was looking to change his level. And by looking to change his level means he wanted something different out of this fight. He didn't want to just feel it out anymore or stand and trade. And I think that when he decided to shoot, it was just, you know, Hollis read it, saw it coming, got the clinch, and then, of course, with Johnson losing his balance, the killer instinct came in, and Hollis just attacked.
We'll be right back.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's have a nice round of applause for both fighters, please. Ladies and gentlemen, from the A La Carte Pavilion in Tampa, Florida, your referee in charge, Andy Lynn, calls a halt to the bout at 4 minutes, 22 seconds of round number 1. Your winner by TKO, Sean the Nightmare Hollis.
Sean Hollis. We were cage side. Before the fight started, we said one thing.
I know.
Whoever decides to unload first is going to finish the fight very quickly. 4.5 minutes of that round basically was you guys just kind of touching each other up, and then you unloaded, and it was over quickly. How's that feel?
I mean, I'm happy that I'm implementing my game plan. My last couple of fights, I was coming in, I wasn't implementing my game plan. Listen to my coaches. My coaches told me just to remain relaxed. You know, he's a heavy puncher, allow him to gas himself out. You know what I mean? Keep the distance, and that's what I did. And when I felt it was time for me to explode, I exploded. I knew he couldn't take my punch. But I knew he's a hard puncher too, so I didn't want to take too much damage from him as well. So I just implemented my game plan, man. I want to first thank God, man, you know what I'm saying, for allowing me to give me the health to come in here and perform and do what I love to do so much, man. I want to say thank you to my beautiful fiance, Misha Ann, for sticking up for me and sticking with me and and just kicking me in my butt daily, man, and giving me something to live for. She's a beautiful individual. My sponsors, I want to thank, first and foremost, DiMaggio's That's Amore, #1 in Tampa. Also, Natural Fuel Energy, NFE, no freaking excuses. The best supplements on the planet, man. The best on the planet. And of course, I cannot forget Bernie Gonzalez. Where's Anthony? Where are you, sir? Mr. Gonzalez. I wish he was up here celebrating with me. He's the best man on the planet, man. He's the best on the planet. Thank you so much, Mr. Gonzalez, man.
Hey, do you have Ronnie Phillips in the back of your mind right now? You both fought him coming around. Is that something down the road you want to do again, or is it in the past?
After that fight, I immediately asked Ronnie for a rematch. You know what I'm saying? He said, hey, I don't know, man. I respect that. You know what I'm saying? He was like, it's up to my coach or whatever. Ronnie's a warrior. I do want to fight him again. You know what I'm saying? But that's up to my coaches. Whatever my coaches do, whatever my team wants me to do, that's what I'm going to do. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to continue to train hard, get better. You know what I'm saying? If I need to fight him, I'll be prepared for him. You know what I mean? That fight is gone. You know what I'm saying? That fight is in the book. So the next time I see him, if I do see him, it'll be a different ball game. I'm pretty sure he'll be ready for me too.
Well, I tell you what, we're in the moment right now, and the moment is yours. You won tonight. Sean Hollis, great victory.
Sir. Also, I want to give a shout out to Tough Mad. One of my main sponsors, Tough Mad, baby. Fighting hurts, get over it. The best fighter products on the planet, man. Fighter sports injury related products.
Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
That Sean Hollis fight was a very emotional fight for him, and we were talking before that fight, whoever unloads first is going to finish it fast. That's exactly what happened.
Yeah, you're right. About 4.5 minutes of feeling out, and once Sean Hollis got his timing down, he unloaded on Joe Johnson. It was unbelievable, like a lot of power from top.
Amazing. Can't wait to see him fight again.
I can't either. I think a rematch with Ronnie Phillips is in order.
Yeah, awesome.
Put me down to sleep. I pray a nightmare puts me to sleep. I'm here with Sean Nightmare Hollis. Sean, congratulations on your win.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I'm really trying hard for it. My coaches implemented a great game plan for this fight. Had me very, very relaxed. I was almost too relaxed in there, but everything went well. You know what I'm saying? I know he was a savvy vet. He probably wanted to, push the issue, but I realized he wasn't pushing the issue. I was like, damn, he's relaxing too. You know what I'm saying? So I waited to explode. When I exploded, it worked, and I got him on the ground, and I just, put them dummies on him, and ended the night.
Do you think it was a case of checking out each other's timing?
Yeah, it kind of was. I mean, we both went with powerful punches, and we knew that whoever landed the solid punch first was going to actually, probably end the fight. So that's what actually happened. He actually caught me with a solid jab at one point, but it didn't phase me. I was like, oh, okay, he's coming like that. So I knew that when I landed my punch on him, once I had my right hand on him, it was going to probably be lights out if I hit him flush. And that's what happened. I got him in the cage, put him on the ground, and I just right hand, like we practice, like we train and practice for what I did.
Do you think you're a stand-up kind of guy? Sure. To be on the ground?
Looking short. At Team Dark Side, we train MMA. So, a lot of people say that you're a stand-up guy, you're a jiu-jitsu guy. You have to prepare for every aspect of the fight as a mixed martial artist. No disrespect to the people who want those titles put on fighters, but I'm an MMA fighter. I'm a mixed martial artist, but I love to stand up. MMA, that's why I get most of my, strength from the fight. Standing up. It's time to fucking punch it, brother.
Your strength is that you can do everything.
Yes. I mean, as time allows me to get better and better, it makes the guys who have the ability to do that in the sport. So I can't, be one-dimensional. There's no fighter in MMA as a professional should be one-dimensional. You should always have a great aspect of fighting and be versatile. That's why they call it mixed martial arts.
It's a mixture of everything.
Correct, that's correct.
Guys, we're here with Sean Hollis, the Nightmare, XP TV Sports, and the 69 Slam Girls. Congratulations, Sean, and we look forward forward to seeing
I
you
love
again.
this chick. I love her. She's number
Another
one.
spectacular RFC event. We can't wait for the next one. On behalf of XPTV Sports and the RFC, I'm Benjamin Glossop alongside Nick Alexander. We'll see you at the next one.
I'm the one that gets paid right now. I'm waking up and I'm motivated. Might be tough when you know you hate it. Then you hop in that whip, throw a CD on, cause the radio's overrated. Every day I got stuff to do. Working hard, it ain't nothing new. Always thinking about dreams, but I just hope that they're coming true. If you got plans, better call them on, cause my flow hotter than a mall and talk. If you're rich, but you're acting poor, go to a mattress store because you all is soft. You gotta be hard for reality. Got the heart of a lion, come and battle me. Ever since I was little, I was on another level, like I was literally born on a balcony. I do this all for my family, and I know these haters can't stand me. They want blazing clips, they want chains and whips, but that's not what gets you no Grammy. Living every day like my B-day. Drink it up, I can't see straight. Life is a game and I live for the moment, cause ain't nobody get no replay, and I'm done. I do this for my city and the people riding with me from Pinellas County. Came a long way from walking the hallways. I moved to Norway and work it found me. Up at the factory, working a stack of cheese. Family was backing me, I was leaving. Could never afford to rhyme, now with recording time I can tell you what I believe in. I'm on another level, so we're not the same. It's been a long road.